Welcome back, children. This is Miss Tara D, and today we're doing the collective reading for October 10th to the 16th. It's very exciting. We're getting closer and closer to one of my favorite holidays, Halloween. And I'm sure many of you also enjoy Halloween. It's also a wonderful time where the veil between the two planes is thinner, where you can do some really great ancestral spreads and communicate with spirit in a deeper way and get to know your personal spirit guides and who they are, and your ancestors who are trying to speak with you and guide with you and give you messages. So Halloween is a wonderful time to do that. So we will talk more during the next couple of weeks about how to prepare for that. But let's begin. This week we're going to use, you know what? Let me do something different. I was going to use two other decks, but I haven't used the Young Witch deck in a while. Let's use this deck. It's a really cute deck. It's made for all ages, as you could see. And it has little rhymes in it to help you learn the cards. So if you're looking for a great starter deck or beginner deck, this is a wonderful, wonderful deck. I actually, if you go through my YouTube page, I did a deck review where you can actually get a better sense of the deck, the cards, the writing, and the two authors who put this together. Natalie and Bob. Wonderful, wonderful human beings, by the way. Fits better in Miss Tara D's hands. Sometimes she can't shuffle the cards like this because they make them too big, or the card stock is too hard, and she finds it difficult in her age, growing age, to shuffle cards like she does at the casino. This is how I do it at the casino. Beautiful cards. They feel so nice in my hand. Okay. Spirit, with pure intention, we ask you to guide us for the week of October 10th to the 16th. And let's see what messages we have. So we have the High Priestess. We have the Death card in reverse. And the Two of Pentacles in reverse. All right, that makes a lot of sense so far. Temperance in reverse. We have a lot of reversals today. The Devil in reverse. And we have the Five of Wands. Page of Cups in reverse. Then we have the King of Cups. And then we have the Five of Cups. Alrighty. This is a very interesting spread. So let's see. It seems to be that for this week, you're having how do I say this to you without hurting your feelings? But basically, there's some stuff that's lying in your beneath the surface that you need to address. And you're finding it a challenge to look at it, okay? The universe, spirit is in your ear, basically telling you need to really look at your intuition and you need to look at your subconscious because there's a lot going on there. It's calling you to do more with that. And it's in order to do that, you really kind of need to start changing your current way of being, okay? It's asking you to make a move, and you're refusing to make that move, okay? You're finding it difficult to change, to grow. Intuitively, you know you need to do that. Intuitively, you know what universe and spirit wants of you, right? You're being called to your higher self. And you're struggling with making that change. You're struggling to balance out between the physical world and the spiritual world, okay? You're kind of losing that balance of, do I do this or do I do that? Do I spend more time here or do I spend more time there? I need to have a day job, but then I'm being called to do something more spiritual and more enlightening. Maybe you're being asked by spirit to be a reader, like Miss Tara D, to do something in regards to the spiritual realm. And you're struggling because you also need to take care of yourself financially and materially, and you're having a hard time balancing the two. Actually, you're not balancing out the two. You're one is going to lose out a little bit to the other, if I may say that, okay? Part of it is you're really in conflict with yourself, once again, look, we have a decision here, you're having a hard time making a decision. Here we have a temperance card in reverse, which is basically, once again, telling you you're not in equilibrium with yourself. And here we have the devil's card, which is basically saying you're kind of feeling stuck in a rut, stuck in the material plane, stuck in the concrete. And that's the conflict. The conflict is that, the high priestess is calling you to a higher level of being, and you're struggling with that. You're struggling with making that move. You're struggling with being called to spirit. Okay, this is a very, very spiritual reading, by the way. It's like it's really talking to your soul, to your aura, to your gifts. This is not one of those very concrete, superficial readings. All right. So we have the Page of Cups in reverse. Once again, okay? The Page of Cups is a cups of listening to intuition. You're in a reverse cycle, which once again, you're not paying attention to that inner voice. Okay? And then we have the King of Cups, okay, who helps you to manifest your creative talents, your emotions, your feelings. This person is calling you once again to do all that, to follow your heart, to follow your intuitions. So it's such a dichotomy here because you have this, I don't want to say immature way where it's like, I don't want to hear that voice. I don't know how to deal with it. I don't know what to do with that. But then you have this other part of you that's saying, hey, you could do this. You need to do this. You have all these beautiful gifts to share and to give to others. So once again, you're being called. You're being called to a vocation, of self. And we have the Five of Cups, right? Which is looking back and remorseful. And it's basically telling Miss Tara D that if you do not adhere to this call from the spirit world, from the spiritual realm, you will regret it. You will. You will. You know, it's going to be a missed opportunity. You know, there's a very, very strong sense here. There's a very strong sense of this battle, this conflict, this duality. I keep looking at this and I see, you know, here is the number 2, right? The number of the high priestess, okay? We have the black and the white, and we have a duality. Here we have 2 of Pentacles. Once again, balance, duality. Here we have Temperance. Again, duality, balance, this struggle. And then even in the Devil card, right, we have the balance, right? The Adam and the Eve, the duality. And then here we have the Young Cup page, and then we have the King of Cups, right? Once again, the 2 dualities, the extremes, okay? And then we have the conflict with this all and the possible remorse. So while the Death card normally is a card of transition, in the reverse state, it's telling us that there's a refusal to change. There's a refusal, a hesitance. I shouldn't say a refusal. There's a hesitance to change, to make that decision, to move forward with something. You're kind of, you feel more comfortable right now being in the middle, okay? Fight, flight, or freeze. Have you ever heard of that? They say that it's our survival instinct, right? That came from the caveman, that when the big, you know, lion or saber-toothed tiger would come out, rawr, and attack them, our instincts, our intuition would tell us either fight the big monster, flight, run away, or sometimes you just freeze. You just freeze. And I'm really getting the sense of that's where you are this week of October the 10th to the 16th. You're in a freeze moment. You know what you're being called to, but you know where you're at. And right now you're kind of stuck in the middle, not ready to make that move, which is fine. It's always fine. You don't always have to make a move. Sometimes you do need that time to kind of see and balance things out and kind of build up your strength, right? You need to talk to other people. You need additional guidance. Some people pray on it. Some people meditate on it, you know, until you're ready to make your decision. But I want you to know that, you know, when this week happens, and you are going through this process, I want you to be gentle on yourself, okay? Spirit is saying, love yourself, because too often Miss Tara D has encountered situations like this where people start blaming themselves, or they become self-judgmental. Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh, I can't make a decision. Oh, I shouldn't do this. Oh, I shouldn't do that. And sweetie, you need to love yourself and understand that in life, we're constantly being presented with dualities and choices. And sometimes it takes us time to really analyze the 2 perspectives and the choices and really get more information, get more strength to be able to make that move forward and to transition, okay? To allow one part of our lives to kind of peter out so that we can move forward. I really feel that this is all about your spirituality and your spiritual gifts. If you are called to this reading today, Spirit is trying to tell you that you have strong spiritual gifts. Yes, you do. And that whatever is stopping you from developing them or moving towards them, at some point, you're going to have to make a move for your betterment and for the betterment of society. This is a collective reading, right? Everyone who's watching this, you're sending your energy towards this reading so that Spirit can give us a message. So you are all powerful people. Let's see what the angels and ancestors have to say about this. I have a lot of people who really find they pride themselves on being entrepreneurs and business people. And or parent, I'm a great parent, I'm a wonderful parent, or I'm really good in charities. But when it comes to their spirituality and the gifts that they have, they tend to be scared of them. And what Spirit wants you to know is that you should not be scared of your spiritual gifts. You know, when you hear that voice telling you something, listen to it. Okay. Great teacher. Learn from spiritual experiences. Okay. I'm telling you, this is why Miss Tara D uses the angels and ancestors and Moonology, because week after week, if you watch my show, you're going to the end, because some of you click off too early, watch it to the end, and you're going to see that Spirit tends to confirm the message that's in the tarot cards. We were just talking about, right? Learn from spiritual experiences how you need to trust your spirituality, okay? Let's see what the Moonology card is. And you see me shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. I'm not making this up, people. Tara D has to get her eyes fixed at some point. Look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. Okay? Look at the bigger picture. Right? You're being called. You're being called to something greater than yourself. Okay? And you need to kind of step back and see what that is and how you can make that manifest when you are ready, okay? I think at some point you are going to make that decision and you are going to mature in your spiritual gifts and in your intuition and in your inability to love others. I think that's why this card is calling you, because when you become the King of Cups, you become a magnet, a north pole to bring others towards you for love and guidance and support. Okay, some of you might be that already. You're the kind of person that everybody gravitates to because you're such a loving, caring person. And the more you build your gifts, the more people will come to you. And you're going to be able to give back to the world and to the universe. So thank you very much, everyone. And if this is your first time watching my show, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I love reading your comments, so continue to post your comments. Okay? See you next week. Bye-bye.